Hey everyone, happy Thursday. Okay, so I'm just gonna give it a minute for everybody to be jumping on here and say hi when you see this. And okay, awesome. I'm just making sure that we are going live in the right place. Good. Okay, awesome. Just making sure we're good to go. And yep, very cool. So, yes, say hi when you see this. Yes, I'm just making sure that we are live. We are good to go. Hey, Tammy. Okay, so if anyone is jumping on my Zoom, maybe I could try to be on my Zoom on my phone as well. But anyway, yes, type in the chat when you see this video, and we are actually celebrating several new beauty consultants tonight. So type in the chat if you are here for one of these beautiful ladies. We actually have 4 beautiful beauty consultants that we are celebrating. So type in the chat, like, who is your consultant? But I wanted to give a little shout out to these ladies that have just started their business. Janet, Erica, Portia. I spelled your name wrong. I'm so sorry. Let me fix that. But congratulations, ladies. And I'm so excited that you have decided to start your business. I mean, that is huge. And okay, we're going to give it just a few more minutes. Hey, Janet. Hey, Courtney. I love that you ladies are here. And Janet, so excited for you starting your business. And go ahead and tag your ladies in the chat. And also, if you can share in the comments, like, what are you most excited about getting started with Mary Kay? I would love to hear a little bit about that. Okay, awesome. We're giving it a few minutes. Okay, good. Let me make sure we are live here because yep, just making sure I'm live in all the right places. And you could tell me if you could see this video. Hey Charlotte, I hope you're doing amazing and having an awesome day so far. Okay, awesome. And let me just make sure my live is good in all the places that it needs to be. I think we're good. Yes. Well, ladies, if you have your beauty pack, go ahead and pull that out. And I just want to make sure that you have it. And you're also going to need a bowl of water as well. So make sure you have that. Make sure you have a bowl of water. And okay, great. Well, I thought I was live in my group, but nope. That's okay. You know, we're learning technology, friends. We are learning tonight. So, anyway, okay, and Charlotte, thank you so much for being on and supporting Janet. And yes, ladies, go ahead and tag your guests in the chat. All of your friends, tag them in the chat, and maybe and also of course type your consultant's name and tag her. And I would love for you to share, what do you love the most about her? So I know tonight, Janet, some of you are here for Janet, some of you are here for Portia. Alicia is also starting her business, and Erica. So type that in the chat, ladies. Okay, good. I think we're live in the right places. So I just wanted to make sure that we were. All right. Now, what we're going to do, hey, Alicia, hey, Erica. So, what we're going to do tonight, ladies, I have my little headband on. I am ready for some self-care. And I don't know about you, but take out your beauty pack. And if you're a consultant, or, you know, maybe you're already a customer, go ahead and pull out your skincare, whatever you have to pamper yourself, because I feel like it is just rare that we do that, you know, and take the time to take care of ourselves. Like, when was the last time we've done that, right? Now, the other thing, ladies, as we're getting started, we are going to be playing a little game. Hey, Mandy, we're going to be playing a little game. So I want you, if you have your beauty pack, you probably already have something like this. You have a little pamphlet, but if not, I want you to draw just like a tic-tac-toe board, just like this. I want you to draw on your paper, and I want you to put numbers 1, 2, 3 on your paper. So in these little squares, as we're trying the products, I want you to put what you would love to have if it were free. So get a piece of paper, and then there's going to be 3 little questions at the end, and everybody that plays, you actually are going to win a prize. So every single one of you, and hey, Anne Marie, so glad that you're on here tonight. Thank you so much for joining. And okay, and Alicia, Erica, Janet, we are celebrating you ladies tonight. Portia, and type in the chat, ladies, what are you most excited about? Like, what is one thing you're most excited about being a part of Mary Kay and starting your business, because we want to celebrate with you. And if you are a consultant, maybe you're not brand new, type in the chat, what is one thing that you love the most about it? And as we are getting, okay, I just wanted to make sure I have everything, but as we're getting ourselves set up, as you are getting your products ready, I want to just share a little bit about me. And my name is Sarah, and I've actually been working with Mary Kay now for about 12 years, which is so crazy. And I'd never heard of Mary Kay before when I first started with them. So type in the chat if this is your first time hearing about Mary Kay or trying the products. So I was not a skincare or makeup person, and like I mentioned, I had never heard of Mary Kay before. So this was all new for me. And I actually worked in healthcare. That was my career at the time. And type in the chat, ladies, what do you do for work? Type that in the chat, because I would love to get to know you a little bit. And by the way, every comment you leave, you get entered to win a prize. So keep the comments coming. We are going to be an interactive group, okay? But type in the chat, what do you do for work? And so that's what I did. I was also in college. I was in graduate school and planning my wedding. So I definitely had a lot going on at the time. And, I kind of still do, but in a different way now. But I just appreciate you ladies again being on here tonight, because I know you could be doing a lot of other things, but you chose to be here to support your consultant. And, as women, I feel like we are so much alike. And if you would have asked me that before I got into Mary Kay, I would have been like, I don't know, because I really didn't have a lot of female friends that I would consider close, which obviously I wanted friends. I wanted to change that. But anyway, so that's kind of where I was at in life. And, a little backstory on that, I was hard on myself a lot. I struggled with low self-esteem, and, I had goals and dreams and things I wanted to do, but I just felt like I kept getting shot down and told that I was never going to achieve those things. And, it got to a point where I stopped believing in myself. I stopped believing in my dreams, and I stopped believing that my dreams were possible. So I kind of settled. And I don't know if you have like ever been in that place before, where maybe you settled for less than what you wanted, but that was me. And I felt like if I went to school, and I was finishing a master's degree at the time. So I felt like if I went to school and got this great job, that suddenly I was going to feel important and validated, like I mattered, like I was worth something. But, the reality is that did not happen. I didn't feel any better about myself. And I just kind of kept going through the motions of life. And I always felt like something was missing, but I didn't know what that was. And I don't know if any of you ladies have struggled with that before, just feeling unfulfilled or not good enough, or, unworthy, and that was me pretty much my whole life until like right up until I started with Mary Kay. And, long story short, I went to try the products like we are about to do. And I met this woman who was so inspiring. She was very successful. She drove a free car. Hey, Rita. So she drove a free car. And how many of y'all have seen a pink Cadillac driving down the street? So type that in the chat if you have. Maybe you've seen one in your town. But anyway, so she had a free car and a toddler at home. And she had said that she recently left her teaching job because her husband had told her that she was making way more doing Mary Kay just part-time than teaching full-time. And she shared with me her highest paycheck was over $13,000 in 1 month. And I was like, what? For doing this and having fun and laughing. Like, you're making this type of money and you have a free car. You get to travel and earn these trips. I did not have any children yet, but I thought that was amazing that she could make her own schedule, and I was like, I had a little attitude problem. And I was thinking, God has humbled me since then. Thank you, Jesus. But I was like, if she can do it, I'm pretty sure I can do it. It cannot be that hard. Seriously. So it's like, teach me what to do. I know nothing about Mary Kay, but I know I can learn. I'm a good student. So sign me up, because really what inspired me the most was just her positivity and her joy. And I needed that so desperately in my life, that joy and happiness, because we can put up a good front, but I struggled on the inside majorly, with depression and low self-esteem. And I don't think anyone would have ever guessed. So you never know what people are going through behind the scenes. But ladies, we are going to have lots of fun. So I hope you have your beauty packs out, and we're going to be doing some giveaways. But I want to share, if you're someone that maybe some of what I shared resonated with you at all, I would love to talk with you more about that, and just if you're at that place where you're like, hey, I am feeling ready to make a change in my life, whether it's, financial or with friends or more time, or maybe you just want to learn to love yourself again. I would love to have a conversation. That's one of my favorite things about Mary Kay is being able to empower and inspire other women to just live their best life. Now, okay, we're going to dive in though to the products, and I'm going to share with you an anti-aging skincare routine. And we're going to do, I like to call it the 8-minute face. So like really quick makeup look. So I'm also going to be sharing, ladies, how you could get this bag right here for free. Her name is Ida. And oh, yes, she is full of goodies. I'm going to be sharing that with you. And I'm going to jump in. So today, most of you that I sent your beauty pack, you got this in the mail. I forgot what it was called for a minute. That's fine. I have 3 babies now, y'all. 3 babies. So lots has changed. It's the Time-Wise Miracle set. Lots have changed in the past 12 years. So I have 3 daughters, and you just want to get your face. Ooh, that water's cold. Oh my gosh. Okay, I put on like ice cold water, but that's fine. It feels good. That'll wake you up, right? So anyway, I have 3 girls. So Aria is my oldest. I have a picture of them on my desk, but this needs to be updated. But Aria, so she is 9. And then Arabella is 4 now. She's going to be 5 next month. And then Alana, she's my baby. She just turned 2. And as a mama, we want to be there for our kids. So type that in the chat, y'all. If you have kids and how old are they? Now, the first product I'm doing, this is called the 4-in-1 cleanser. So you're just going to like get it all over your face and wash your face with it. And you might notice these little beads that gently exfoliate your skin. So there's little beads in it. And it removes dirt, oil, makeup, anything that's hanging out on your skin. Now, another fun little fact that I'll share about the products, Mary Kay has been around for 62 years, and we're actually the #1 skincare and cosmetic in the world. #1. Okay. So we are a global company, and I think we're in Africa. I mean, we're in about 40 countries throughout the world. And Mary Kay follows the European Clean Beauty Standards, which I really love that. I mean, I had someone text me today that, they're looking for clean and more natural beauty products. So here you go. Because the European standards, they ban thousands of chemicals that the FDA does not ban. So I think that's a pretty big deal. All right. Now make sure you wash off your cleanser, okay? Because you don't want to leave that on there. You want to get all that cleanser off. Now, of course, ladies, one thing that you could do tonight, by the way, is if there's a product that you just have to have, ooh, my face feels good already. I want you to type in the chat with the word sold and whatever that product is. That way, your consultant, she knows that you're going to be getting that product, and we're going to have a sold queen tonight. So whoever says sold the most is going to get an extra little prize. So we did our cleanser. Now the next thing, let's just pretend it's daytime. All right. So now if you're doing this at night, you're not going to put any makeup on. Your next step is going to be this nighttime recovery serum. And what this does is it has collagen building amino acids and peptides that help to restore and heal your skin. And it has chamomile extract, which I love chamomile. I always think about chamomile tea. My dad, he loves drinking that, and he would always make me the tea before bed. But anyway, so these little beads, as you press it, they actually burst open. So you're getting like a fresh burst on your skin. Now, if you are going to use this, I'm just using it on my neck right now because I want to show you the daytime routine, because we are going to do that makeup look. But after you put on that nighttime, you're going to use the antioxidant moisturizer. So this you can use during the day and at nighttime. And a little bit goes a long way. You do not need a lot. So that amount I just put on is probably like too much. But anyway, it helps to hydrate your skin, and it also helps with anti-aging because we are not getting younger, ladies. So we need some help. Just saying. Now type in the chat though, what do you think is the number one leading cause of premature aging? Number one. What do you guys think? So I'm going to give you a little hint. The sun is the number two leading cause of premature aging. So what do you think is number one? Type it in the chat. Now this, you put this on during the day. It's the Daytime Defender. So this actually has SPF 30, and it gives you a pump. Really, one pump is like all you need for your whole face. And you're going to put it all over, and it protects your skin not only from the sun itself, because the sun can be very harmful. And I like that, Janet. Men, I mean, that is a cause of aging. Stress, husbands, blue light, that could also age your skin. And by the way, this does protect against blue light rays. So who would have thought that being on the phone and the computer all the time could age your skin? But it can damage your skin. That's why they come out with those blue light glasses, when everyone was working virtual. But I love this product. Now, okay, so there are quite a few different things that can contribute to premature aging, like men and excess light, you know what I mean? But the good thing is there are things that you could do to protect and also like prevent future signs of aging and reverse some of the signs of aging that you already have. But I'm just going to tell you, the number one leading cause of premature aging is actually smoking. So smoking is number one. Now I know none of y'all have that habit on here, but because we know the harmful effects of that, but that is number one. But the good thing is, like I mentioned, you can reverse some of those signs of aging. Now, my last step in this skincare routine is the Time-Wise eye cream. So we're going to put this on, and whenever you're working around your eyes, you want to use the ring finger because this applies the least amount of pressure. And I love using the eye cream because it helps with dark circles, lines and wrinkles, all that fun stuff that happens as we start to age. And if you're on here and you're not using an eye cream, highly recommend getting one from your consultant tonight. So, one fun thing about Mary Kay, you might be wondering, like, why is Sarah on here and not my consultant? We work together as a team, and that is one of the perks. I remember, years ago when I first started working virtual, I had no idea. I was so nervous to do a live video. And that's the cool thing is if you want to be a part of Mary Kay, make some extra money, technically you don't have to do the live. We do so much of the work for you. And I love that. I love that we could support each other in such a way. Mary Kay is really one of the I feel like the best opportunity for women in the world, which we will talk a little bit more about that. Okay, so now if you're trying the products, maybe you have your skincare set. Now, I did mail out a couple different goodies. So you may have received what is called the Mary Kay skincare line. So this skincare is really designed for women between the ages of 8 and 18, the Mary Kay skincare. So if you have a young person in your life, awesome. Anne Marie. Okay, well, guess what? I have these fun little pom-poms. So you are our first sold. Congratulations. Awesome. Well, okay. I want to wave those pom-poms a bunch of other times. So let's make it happen. But the Mary Kay set, this is like your beginner skincare. It has a cleanser, a toner, an exfoliating scrub, and then a moisturizer. Just saying. Now, if we're moving into the big girls, right? Now this, if you're age like 30 and above, I would recommend this line. It is called the Time Wise Repair. And this is for, like I mentioned, more advanced signs of aging. I like to call this Botox in a bottle. And it has a foaming cleanser, an advanced lifting serum, fancy eye cream, a day cream, and then a night cream that has retinol in it. So if you're looking for more of like an advanced aging care kit, this would be for you. And I want to share this, Mary Kay's ingredient quality. We have had several Good Housekeeping awards, which is a huge deal. Not every product gets that type of award. And they also do not test on animals. And we have a green energy, meaning every single package, even the packing peanuts that come in our product orders. Oh, I just got rid of mine, but they are made of cornstarch. And if you put them in water, they dissolve in the water. It's so funny. I know once I saw the baby like put one in her mouth and it dissolved, but I'm like, well, it's only cornstarch, so it's not going to like hurt you, right? But I just think that's so cool. So next time you get the packing peanuts, put them in the water and watch them dissolve. It's the best thing ever. So that's one of the fun perks about Mary Kay. And also something that I love is a portion of all of the sales goes towards the Mary Kay Foundation, which is a nonprofit that they have donated over $80 million to domestic violence, fighting domestic violence, and also to cancer research for cancers that affect women. And statistics on both of those are 1 out of 4. So either we or someone around us has been affected by domestic violence or cancer. So I love that, I get to use a product and I'm also giving back at the same time. That makes my heart happy because I thought about like, what is my purpose? I've been really thinking about that a lot. What is my purpose here? And, I truly believe it is to share the love of God, everything that he's done for me, and also to just encourage other people and encourage them to have joy and just live their best life. And I'm all about, just speaking life into women that are suffering and going through things, because everyone has something that they're going through, right? even though we don't always talk about it. Well, anyway, those were some of our skincare. We do have an acne line and a men's line, so I wanted to throw that out there. Now, we're going to do our 8-minute makeup look. But remember, ladies, we are playing this game, okay? So if you don't have your little pamphlet that I sent you in the mail, grab a piece of paper and make a tic-tac-toe board. And as I am talking about the products, in these squares, you're going to put what products you would love to have if they were free. And there's going to be a couple questions at the end, and you're going to turn that in at the end to your consultant. Okay. So our 8-minute makeup look. So I feel like everybody needs a quick and easy makeup look because, I mean, I'll tell you what, I have 3 small children, right? So I'll just take like Sunday, for example, if we go to church, right? And Easter is coming up. So it's usually I'm getting the kids ready, helping my husband, and then I'm out the door like doing my makeup in the car. I'm not driving, but he's driving. And it takes us literally like 5 minutes to get to church. So I need to make sure that I look good. Okay. But that's just me. So I want to make sure I'm looking put together. So this is my little trick. Now, the first thing I always do is foundation primer. So this is going to go all over your face and it helps to fill in your pores, any lines, creases, and then it actually keeps your makeup on all day and it controls oils. There's a little bit of SPF. Now, by the way, I forgot to mention, but one of the ways you can help your consultant tonight is by booking a beauty experience with her. Now, this could totally be a one-on-one thing, or you can book your own beauty experience and invite friends and earn free products. Nobody has to be on camera. We mail out free samples, free pampering packs, and you can earn a lot of free products. So that would be a great way that you could support your consultant tonight. And if you want to do that, type the word free in the chat because you're going to get an extra gift in with your order too. So this next product, one of my favorites, it is called the Under Eye Corrector, but I like to call it Sleep in a Tube. So what it does is it literally erases dark circles and it makes it look like you slept 8 hours. So watch the magic happen. Watch all my dark circles go away right now. Because yes, it happens when you have 3 small children. What? Can you guys tell a difference? Because I can. All right. Anyway, I love this. Sleep in a tube. You only need a little bit. And you're going to put it on before you put on any other makeup. So that goes on under your makeup. I am so happy with this right now. I feel like, wow, I feel awake. And you know, it is a psychological thing. When we put on a little bit of makeup, when we take the time to do our skincare, it actually improves our mental health. So I just wanted to share that. And I know for me, if I just take that 5 minutes and do my skincare, it helps to just make me feel so much more peaceful, like I have control over something, right? Because we don't always feel that way. Now, this next product is called CC Cream, and I love this. Now, when you first get it and you put it on and it looks yellow, don't be afraid because it has a tone matching technology. So it blends 2 shades up and 2 shades down, and there are a ton of skincare benefits. So it has an age-fighting moisturizer, has a little bit of SPF, helps to get rid of any type of redness in your skin. Oh, yes, I love this so much. All right, so let me just blend. You want to make sure you blend at the jawline and also up at the hairline. You don't want to have any lines because, you don't want to be like 14-year-old Sarah. I feel like I need more. Let me put like a tiny bit more. My skin is just like soaking it up right now. All right, so we're going to do that. We're going to put that all over the face, kind of blend it in. But I feel like foundation has always been hard for me. And type that in the chat, ladies. What is one like skincare or makeup concern that you have? Now, for me, it has been foundation because I am so pale, as you can see, that when I would try to get a foundation, I felt like I either looked like like a ghost or orange. I don't know about you. So those are my options, ghostly or orange, and neither of those were good. So I love that the CC cream just kind of blends in and matches. Now, the next thing, ladies, that we are going to talk about is eye makeup. Now, this next product, I absolutely love this next product that we are about to have right now. And it is a liquid eyeshadow. And let me just tell you, this is the easiest eyeshadow ever, except I put two of the same color. Let me find the other color. You know, sometimes we put things away and then they don't go back in the same spot, but that's okay. I'll find it. So there's 4 different shades. Oh, here it is. So there is, and I want you to type in the chat, you know, what is one color I should use. So this is the rose gold. It's like a, it's called Pink Starlight. I'll show you what it looks like. So it's really pretty and shiny. And right now, the trend for spring and summer is glowy. We want to be glowy. So this is Meteor Shower. That's kind of like a taupe. Now, by the way, these are blendable, so they don't need to look that pigmented, but they could. This is called the Light Beam, and it's kind of like a champagne-y, very pretty highlighty color, which I love. And then there is the Purple Nova. So type in the chat which one. Oh, don't mind that. My cat, I have a kitten, and he just like totally tried to mess me up today. That's what he does. You know, I feel like him and God have a little pact, because I made this deal with myself that I was going to start waking up at 5:30 in the morning and reading the Bible and exercising and, you know, affirmations, all the things. So I don't always like to wake up. My body doesn't. I'll just hit snooze in my sleep. But every single morning, without fail, my cat bites me and wakes me up. Like, not trying to be mean, or he'll like jump on my face, just mess with me until I wake up. Like, are you for real? Okay, I'm up now. Thank you. But this morning, he did get me a little extra. Anyway, so which one of these should I put on? Purple? Okay, rose gold. We're going to do a little bit of all. So I'm going to do this rose gold one. Pink Starlight. It's so easy. There's a little wand. You just like put a little bit on there, right? And then you put it on your eyelid, and then we're going to blend it in. So you could use the wand, but I like blending with my fingers. Now, you could even use this on your cheeks. All right. So here's like a little fun hack here. I'm putting it on my cheeks just to give me like a little bit of a glow. Like I mentioned, glowing for the spring and summer. So look how pretty that is. It's just like a little highlight. And yes, I am happy with this right now. So you could use this on your cheeks and on your eyes. So I love that right now. Isn't that pretty? Oh yes, I am glowing. I feel fancy. All right. But okay, so we did the rose gold on the cheeks and on the eyes. Now, the next thing we're going to do is our mascara. This one's my favorite. It's called the Great Heights mascara, and it actually makes your lashes 43% longer just with one coat. And I need to open a new one, except I think I put them out already. Anyway, okay, so we're going to put this on, and as you could see, my eyelashes starting off, they're not that impressive, but once I put this on, it is so amazing sauce. Okay, anyway, so we're just going to keep on glowing. And all right, another fun little fact. Type this in the chat, ladies. How long after we use a mascara one time is it good for? Like, how long should it be before we get another one? Type that in the chat. I will share with you, but I want to hear your guesses. So type it in there. And I'm just making sure I get my lashes. So, and now when you put actually 3 coats on, mine's running empty, but it's still working pretty good. When you put 3 coats on, it gives you 76% longer lashes Whoops, I got some right there. And I'm going to tell you another little secret. If you ever get mascara on your face, like I just did, wait until it dries, because then you could just like flake it off and you're not going to mess up your whole makeup look. Now, of course, ladies, I always like to do my eyebrows, but I'm not going to do that for our 8-minute face here, but I am going to put brush them out a little bit. Now, trending for spring and summer right now is that glowing look. So, the lip gloss that I'm actually going to put on, let me find it. Let me find it in my bag of trip. So I'm going to use this color here. It's called Sheer Illusion. It's really, really pretty. And this is what I'm going to put on. And it just gives you, it's kind of like clear and gives you a little glow. I love it. And it could go over a lip color or just whatever you're putting on. Now, let me just get rid of that mascara that I totally messed up on. See, it just came right off. How awesome is that? So this is my 8-minute face. And if I want to make sure it stays on here, then I'm going to put a little bit of my translucent powder right up at the top. And this helps to set your look, and it controls oil throughout the day. So you could even use it as dry shampoo. How fun is that? But if I'm doing my makeup, I am using this product. It has to be on, or I feel like my makeup just doesn't even last. And the very last step, everyone needs this, especially when we're going into summer. And type in the chat, where do you live? I'm in Florida right now, but I'm originally from Pennsylvania. That's where I was born. And anyway, it's already feeling like 200 degrees here in Florida. Now, finishing spray, this is like hairspray, but for your face. Love it. And it just sets everything on there. It doesn't feel like anything. And I'm pretty happy with my 8-minute makeup look. What do you ladies think? That's awesome. Love New Jersey. My dad lived in Somerset, New Jersey for a little while, so not that far. And I remember growing up, we used to go to Seaside Heights. I don't know if that's like close to you, but I have fond memories of going there. And Georgia, I have family in Georgia too. I love that. And we have, other team members there too. But okay, ladies, now type in the chat, what was your favorite thing that you learned tonight? What was your favorite product? I'm excited. I feel like I should be going somewhere tonight, and instead of like going out to my living room, probably gonna put my other child to bed. But no, I feel good. I want to go somewhere now. See, it's just when we take that time and take care of ourselves. Actually, there's a study that women that take the time to put on makeup, they make more money. What? I am a fan of that too. Bring it on. I'm claiming it. Now, ladies, I am going to go over what it is that we tried tonight, and we are going to answer our feedback questions. So 1, 2, 3. Question. Now, question number 1, what I'm going to do is I am going to walk us through the products that we tried tonight. And I'm going to walk us through, and then you're going to tell me which ones are your favorite. So hopefully you guys can see this here, but yes, we can. So the first one up here, and I want you to write this in number 1, what was your favorite product, or type it in the chat. What was your favorite product, favorite thing that you learned? But the repair set, so that, and there's some specials, so I'm going to go over that too. But the repair set was that more advanced anti-aging that I was telling you about. So it had the cleanser, that lifting serum, the day and the night treatment, and then the fancy eye cream, as I like to call it, because it has this metal tip that depuffs your eyes as you're using it. I love that. Now, what we did tonight was the TimeWise Ultimate Miracle Set, which is the second one on there. So it had the cleanser, the moisturizer, the day defender, and the nighttime recovery, and the eye cream. Now, if you're thinking, okay, I just want a cleanser, or I just want a moisturizer, that would be like brushing your teeth without toothpaste, like cleansing and moisturizing. If you're only going to do one thing, I would recommend both of those. And really, moisturizing makes such a difference. Think about a grape versus a raisin. It's the same exact fruit, but the grape is plump and juicy and the skin is tight, right? So that's what moisturizer does for your skin rather than a grape or a raisin, which is all wrinkly and like, yeah, you know what I mean. You get the picture, right? So moisturizing is so important. We did talk about the Mary Kay set, and we talked about the acne set and the men's line, but that's what we went over tonight. Now, in the middle row, we did not try any of these, but at your beauty experience with your consultant, you get some free samples in the mail, and you're also gonna get, well, someone's gonna win one of these microdermabrasion minis that we're going to be putting in your order. So make sure you turn in your sheet at the end here. Now, going to the third row, this is where we're going to find our 8-minute face. So the first one on there is the Flawless set. So it has your CC cream or foundation. It comes with a brush and you get your setting powder. So that is the Flawless set. Now, the Slay All Day is the foundation primer and the finishing spray. So these products, yes, if I'm going to do my makeup, these are going on my face. And all of them, by the way, are hypoallergenic and non-comedogenic, which means they do not clog your pores. The lip set. So tonight I did our ultimate lip gloss. So this actually has vitamins in it and it tastes like cake. But in the lip set, if you wanted the whole thing, you get a waterproof lip liner, a lipstick, and a lip gloss. Okay. Now, the dash out the door. So these products were the under eye corrector, but you could pick a concealer if you'd rather have that. I chose the Great Heights mascara. And it also comes with your liquid eyeshadow. And tonight I did the rose gold color, but all the colors, I put them on my hand. They're all beautiful. You could get all of them. Okay, so that was what we did tonight. And I want to share some of our specials, but type your favorite in the chat. And this is where question number 1 on your paper comes into play. So up on the top here, you are going to see some specials. So let me make those a little bigger so you could look at them. But there is the Princess, the Queen, and the Cadillac. So with the Princess, it's any 4 sets for $199. And I'll explain how the sets work. With the Queen, it's any 6 sets for $299. And then the Cadillac is any 8 sets for $399. So how the sets work, you do save money, and I love this. Of course, we do payment plans as well. I call it the husband plan. I know, you'll get that. I know some of you get that. But anyway, so the repair set, for example, because of the price point, counts as 4 sets. So normally it's $215, but you would get it for $199 because you were on here tonight. Now, let's just say the Queen. Maybe you wanted that miracle set, which counts as 3 sets. And then maybe you want 1, 2, 3 of the makeup sets. So each of the makeup sets count as 1 set. So that would be your Queen. And your Cadillac would be everything that we tried. The skincare, the full makeup look. And what else is really fun is with the Cadillac or the Queen, you actually get, I know I was sharing this with you, my friend Ida over here. I deserve it all. So you get her for free. How awesome is that? And boom. And these even come off, but there's a little hook and then these come off. So if you just want to take one with you and then there you go. You can pop it right back on. How fun is that? And that she comes for free with the Queen or the Cadillac. So I want you to write down a number 1 on your paper because you know your situation better than anyone. Are you a princess, a queen, or a Cadillac type of girl? If you could pick any one of those, which one would you pick? So that is question number 1 that we're writing on our paper. Now, question number 2, I'll leave this up for a minute, but we are going to send it to you in a private message, and I'm going to post it in the group. So don't be afraid if I turn this off, but if I turn off that sheet there. But question number 2. So I know we talked about you have the opportunity to earn free product by setting up a beauty experience with your consultant. And it's super easy. We create a group just like this on Facebook. All you need to do is invite your friends and we do the rest. And you can earn a lot of free product. And I know that would really help your consultant tonight as well, because she has a goal to get the feedback of 30 ladies on the product this month. And that is really going to help with her training. So by you booking that beauty experience, of course, you don't have to buy anything if you don't want to. And that's the beauty of it. But you would be helping her with her training also, and you get free stuff. So I want you to write in number 2 the word free. If you're like, you know what, I would love to help my consultant and help her with her training, earn free product. Yes, I'm in for free. And, or the other option is you could put me. If you're like, well, I don't really want to help her in that way, but I would love to attend something myself and to follow up with me for my order. Okay, so free or me. So put that in question number 2. Now, question number 3, ladies, I'm going to take the screen off now, but I am going to share a couple of quick facts about the Mary Kay business. And even if it's not for you in a million years, do not tune out, because you could be our talent scout. Because I know that your consultant, Janet, Erica, I see Darkus on here. I know Portia, Alicia's on here. So all of these women, I know that they are looking to add a team member, and you never know who could be out there praying for an opportunity. So that's why I always encourage you to listen, even if it's not for you. But I will share a couple of quick facts about it. And if you have questions, type that in the chat. But that is another way that you could help your consultant, is by giving your feedback of the Mary Kay business opportunity. And I'll just share really quick, the number 1 reason why women want to do it. Like, type that in the chat. Why do you think it is? Why do you think is someone would want to be a part of Mary Kay? And I will share, number 1 reason is for money. So we are the highest paid women in the world. I am not the exception. More women make 6 figures in Mary Kay than any other company. So in the United States, and that includes corporations. And Mary Kay is not an MLM. I know a lot of people ask me that. We are considered a direct selling company. So how that works, I'll give you an example. Let's say you want to buy this cleanser. So it's $20. You would pay your consultant, or me, if I'm your consultant, you would pay $20. And half of that, well, that goes to Mary Kay to purchase the product at cost. The other half is in our pocket. So Mary Kay gets 10, we get 10. And that's the same if we make $500, $100, whatever it is. So we make 50%. We make half. And we talk about investing, right? That's the best investment you can make, because we make 50%. So you are making, 100% more of your investment there. So I love that. And I also love how we get paid right away. And we are never waiting around for a paycheck. And I want you, ladies, everyone on here, type in the chat, what would you do with an extra $100 a month? And I would love for you to think about something fun that you would do. So I know for me, 2 of my older girls, they are in dance and they love it. And I love it too, because that is something that I never got to do growing up. That the funds were not there. So I always told myself growing up, like, I am going to create a different life for myself. And that is truly it. We get to decide. We should not have to live. And this is how I was feeling. I was so tired of being broke and living to paycheck. I knew that God had not called me to that type of life. And it was very frustrating because I didn't know how to get out of it. And I was praying to God for an opportunity. And when this came as an opportunity, I was like, let me just try it and see, because my other option would be going back to waitressing or bartending on the side. And I don't know if you've worked in restaurants, but I really didn't want to go back to that lifestyle. And I said, you know what? I'll try Mary Kay. I know nothing about what we're going to do, but I earned a car, my first car, in 4 months, and moved into the top 2% of the company within 4 to 5 months. And that was me working another job. But, I was so determined to get out of my situation that I was willing to do the work. And the great thing is it's fun and it doesn't feel like work. We get to make friends, make lots of money. My highest paycheck has been over $15,000 in a month. And I'm not saying that to brag, because there are a lot of women that make a lot more than me. But what I love is that anyone can do it. If you dream it, you can do it. And I'll share this too. I mean, I feel like it is so rare as women that, we get to press the pause button like we're doing tonight. And we don't always take the time out to make ourselves a priority. But if we are running on empty, how are we serving ourselves or our family? And, we all have things that are weighing on our hearts right now. And what are some of those things for you that are weighing on your heart? I mean, you don't have to tell me right now, but I know that we all have something. And I want you to picture how your life would be if that weight was lifted and that was just gone, whatever that issue is. Maybe you are struggling financially. I know a lot of times there for me, there was more month than money. And maybe you need some positive friendships, or maybe you're struggling with depression, anxiety, like I did for so long, or self-esteem, or, imagine if you didn't have a job that you hated. I don't know what that is for you, but my favorite part of Mary Kay really is, yes, the money, the free cars, the trips around the world, the flexibility. I have not worked another job in 11 years. I haven't needed to. Mary Kay pays the bills and always will. And we can always make more. But I want to say this though. I love to help women dream again. And, not just dream, but make those dreams a reality. And it is $20 to start Mary Kay right now. Whether you want to do it just for the discount, because we do get half off of all of our own stuff, which I know I'm my own best customer. I did my taxes. I spent $2,000. Of course, we get half off, but $2,000 on myself. The average is $1,000 for American woman on like skincare, beauty, personal care items. But anyway, that's besides the point. We do get a great tax benefits too, but maybe it's a discount. Most women do it just to make a little side money. They work, they have a job, they have kids, and you get to decide what that looks like for you. And then there are women that maybe want to take it a step farther and earn a car, move into leadership, make this a career. And whichever one of you that is, it's $20. And what do you have to lose, right? Nothing. It's $20. You could also get a starter kit if you decided that you wanted to do that. You could do that as well. And that is totally up to you how you want to do that. But I know that your consultant would be super excited for you to be joining on her team tonight. So it's $20, and I want you to put a number 3. I want you to put A, B, or C. So A would be like, yes, I have $20. Sign me up for that. I love a good discount. So that's A. And then B would be like, okay, I'm interested, but I have questions. So let's talk a little bit more about it. And then C would be, okay, well, I love all of this, but I'd rather pay full price right now and be a customer. But ladies, thank you for being here and supporting your consultant. We are going to reach out to you personally. We're going to create a little 3-way chat. Your consultant's going to do that, but I'm going to give you like 15 minutes to turn this in. and then I'm going to do a drawing. So, ladies, God bless you. I am excited to hear from you tonight. And I hope you have an amazing day. And congratulations again to our new consultants that are on here, Janet, Erica, Alicia, Portia, and thank you, ladies, for being on to support them too. But have an awesome night, and we will talk to you soon.